For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 30 of Season 5 here in the Career Mode RTG. This is the last episode of Season 5. To avoid spoilers, check the last episode for the Champions League final and the episode prior to that for the Premier League title finale. I don't want to spoil anything for you in this video if you haven't seen those yet, so jump back and watch those videos first. I'll give you a couple of seconds to do that. We aren't quite at the very end of this particular season because Euro 2020 starts in just a couple of weeks, and obviously we're going to be doing a brief little mini-series between Season 5 and Season 6 of me at Euro 2020 with the England team. So that is upcoming over the next few days, so obviously subscribe to the channel to make sure you see that. We'll have a changed thumbnail, etc., so that you can differentiate that between this series and the little mini-series. But I'm just going to quickly change here back to the club squad rather than the national squad. We'll have a look through all of the various competitions that we were involved in this year, have a look through the competitions that affect us with regards to European football next year, and see how other teams did with regards, the top leagues around Europe. Have a look at the player stats, Golden Boot, Golden Glove, most assists, etc. And then have a final season squad report so you can see who's grown by how much we can anticipate what we want to do when we get to the transfer window in the summer. England, Norway, Scotland and Hungary is our group, however, for Euro 2020. We'll have a quick look at the other groups. Unfortunately, FIFA 17 doesn't take into account the changes to the Euro Championships where you actually get more teams involved. There are more groups than just the 4. It's actually now, is it 24 teams rather than the 16? Unfortunately, it's only 16 in FIFA at present. Hopefully that will change for FIFA 18, although of course FIFA 18 will be a World Cup year. So we have Belgium, Spain, Romania, Greece, Russia, France, Turkey, Poland, Germany, Netherlands, Finland, Bulgaria, ourselves, Norway, Scotland, Hungary. I'll probably go over that again in the first episode of the little mini-series. But as you can see here, Premier League table is as follows. Tottenham won the league by 5 points from Chelsea, who were a further 3 points clear of us, and we were level on points with Liverpool, who we pip to the group stage of the Champions League by goal difference. Liverpool will have to qualify via the 4th qualifying round. Manchester United get Europa League football. Norwich, Cardiff and Watford go down. West Brom survive on the final day with a win. And Norwich City, Cardiff and Watford will, unfortunately for them, go down. The FA Cup had Manchester United in the final of it, and they won on penalties. So congratulations to them. A 5-4 victory over Newcastle United. Newcastle getting to the final after beating Villa. Man United won the Football League Cup as well by 3-1 over Liverpool. So big derby there, Liverpool-Manchester United. So they've done a double. Man United win both domestic cups. Barcelona won the European Super Cup at the beginning of the season. Barcelona, of course, winning last year's Champions League. Inter Milan winning last year's Europa League. We won the Champions League by 2-1 over Manchester United. They could have done a cup treble. They didn't, thanks to us. To find out exactly how that result went down, check yesterday's episode. But we win this year's Champions League, so we will be concentrating solely on the Premier League next year and maybe giving a little bit of attention to the domestic cups because it might be nice to win a domestic cup. There was an English team involved in the final of the Europa League as well, although rather thumped by Borussia Dortmund by 4-1. That's how the competitions we were involved in went down. Let's have a look at player stats. No, that's European Championship. I was like, no goal scorers. Hold on a second. Top goal scorer for the league was shared between Eden Hazard and Danny Welbeck. Our very own Alvaro Morata up there in 4th with 14 goals, joint 3rd. Well, joint 2nd, I guess, technically. Any other Cambridge United players inside the top 25? Or is it top 30? No, it's top 25, isn't it? Yes. Oh, just Greco there on 8. Fair play to him. Assist-wise, Lino Navarrete there with 10. Could have gotten some more, but of course missed the last couple of months with injury. Alvaro Morata there, though, with 6 in 10th place as well. So nice to have another Cambridge United player up there. Anyone else? Lozano with 5. Visor with 5. And that's it for that one. Clean sheets. Our very own Watson, top of the clean sheets. He gets the Golden Glove with 17, just pipping Hugo Lloris by 2. So fair play. We were able to. I don't think my other goalkeeper played enough games to warrant getting on this list, did he? No, he didn't. Yellow cards. I'm not that bad when it comes to disciplinary record. I'd be surprised if there are any Cambridge United players involved on any of these lists. Otamendi with just the 2 red cards. So not many red cards thrown around in the league this year either. Let's have a quick look at the other European leagues to see who will be joining us in next year's Champions League. Of course, we are now defending that title, but not really going to be putting too much emphasis on it. We've won that competition now. I want next season, season 6, will be the last season in this series, and I want to win the Premier League before we end. In the Championship, Swansea and Sunderland will be joining us. Swansea with 107 points. Wow. Sunderland also getting promoted. One of Leeds, Bournemouth, Brighton or Brentford will be joining us in the Premier League next season. Relegated are Blackburn, Sheffield United and Birmingham City. Promoted out of League One, Bristol City and MK Dons. And then one of Millwall, Rotherham, Peterborough, hopefully not, or Scunthorpe United. Peterborough, of course, big rivals for Cambridge United. Relegated are Doncaster, Leyton Orient, Exeter and Bradford City. And in League 2, Luton win the league with 110 points. Outstanding effort. Rochdale and Plymouth promoted automatically, with one of Southend, Crewe, Bury or Colchester coming up via the playoffs. And if the conference were on the game, Grimsby and Newport would be joining it. In France, Lyon win the league by 3 points ahead of Paris Saint-Germain. Interesting. Monaco in 3rd, Lille 4th. Germany, Bayern München finished top. No surprises there. Leverkusen in 2nd, Schalke 3rd. Dortmund only in 4th with 9 defeats for the season all told. Would have expected them to be quite that low. Juventus win in Italy. Napoli 2nd, Roma 3rd, Lazio 4th, then Inter followed by AC Milan. And we'll have a quick look and see what happened in La Liga before we end. Ajax win the Eredivisie. In Poland, Lech Poznan. Porto in Portugal. Russia, Krasnodar, Scotland. Celtic beat Rangers by 4 points. And Real Madrid win La Liga by 12 points. Massive margin ahead of Atletico Madrid, who only lost the same amount of games as Real. They just drew loads. Barcelona in 3rd with Valencia in 4th. Villarreal 5th and Athletic Bilbao in 6th. Sevilla down in 7th. Nice to see Nastic there, although obviously relegated, but a side that you wouldn't expect to see in the La Liga table, and to be fair, you won't be seeing in the La Liga table again next year either. Right, then let's head and have a squad report so we can see exactly how everybody grew for us this season, but I do quickly just need a drink of water. Right then, squad report time. Aidan Watson was our #1 goalkeeper throughout the season. 49 games played, up 3 ratings to 87. Superb goalkeeper, and rather understandably, at just 19 years of age, will remain my #1 goalkeeper. The right-back situation is intriguing. Very intriguing. Bradley Halliday is up 5 to 85, but he wants to leave. Feels he's underpaid, but he's said he's not. When I offered him a contract, he said he wasn't going to sign it and he wanted to leave. So I'm not sure whether, because we want to sell either Halliday or Kieran Trippier for next season. And I was leaning towards Trippier, but Halliday wants to leave, so that might force my hand. We'll have to wait and see what happens when everything refreshes for season number 6. But stat-wise, he's absolutely brilliant. 11 clean sheets in 27 games for me this season with an average rating of 7.5. Clearly a top performer. Elliot Bennett up 4 to 84 overall. 21 clean sheets was yes in 43 games for him. He's actually gotten better. I started to criticise him halfway through the season, but as his rating continued to go up and he got better and better, stat-wise, he got better and better on the pitch as well. So fair play. John Stones up 2 to 85 rated. Nice to see him growing across the board as well. 22 clean sheets in 40 for him. A 7.3 average rating. Slightly less, in fact, than Elliot Bennett. Rico Henry up 5 to 78 rated now. I've been training him slightly, and obviously it's proving to be well worthwhile. Would be nice if he strengthened up a little bit. I think Roussillon will continue to be my #1 left back, but I don't think left back will be a role we're looking to strengthen in next season. I'll probably look to spend elsewhere. Leandro Paredes up 2 to 83. Those stacks look great. 5 goals, 4 assists in all competitions, 4 and 3 in the Premier League. An average rating, of 7.9. That just shows how good he's been this season. Rock solid. Renato Sanchez up 3 to 87 rated. Still growing across the board as well. Again, average rating of 7.9 for him. 6 goals and 6 assists from the CDM role. Mitchell Weiser was playing on the right-hand side of midfield, but again, contemplating dropping him from right mid to right back, which is supposedly his default position, and then selling on either Bradley Halliday or Kieran Trippier. Again, we'll approach that more in the summer because, of course, we do have a couple of rather fantastic players joining us on pre-contracts for next year. You'll see those in more detail in episode 1 of season 6. Mitchell Weiser, though, 6 goals, 7 assists from the right mid spot. Did very well, but the players that are coming in are going to be much better. Nicola Greco is up for this year to 90 at 21 years of age. 10 goals, 7 assists. By far, his best season in a Cambridge United shirt. At the end of last year, so many 99 rated stats as well. At the end of last year, I contemplated selling him because I wasn't getting on with him. You guys convinced me to keep him. Turns out that was worthwhile. Scored a goal in the Champions League final and is now 90 rated at just 21 years of age. Unbelievable. Anthony Lozano got 8 goals and 6 assists. To be fair to him, one of those goals, the winner in the Champions League final. Madness. He's been with us for so long. Joined the club in 2016. We signed him at the very beginning of the series almost. Been with us throughout and scored, clearly, some very important goals. Alvaro Morata came in for £45 million, was my top goal scorer this year with 19 in all comps, 14 in 25 in the Premier League and 10 assists as well, which is very impressive. Overall rating of 8.4 in the Champions League. Wow, 5 goals and 4 assists in the Champions League is damned good from Alvaro Morata. Very pleased with him this year. 8 days to go for Kieran Trippier. 80 rated overall, 29 years of age now. His stats aren't dropping, but you can understand why I'm leaning towards was leaning towards him to sell on. But if Bradley Halliday is going to force his way out, maybe we'll sell both and bring in another right back. We'll have to wait and see. Tyler Brown, very unhappy at the amount of games he's being played in. I will loan him out next year because he's just not quite good enough, unfortunately. His technicals are decent, but his physicals just don't suit my style of play whatsoever. He's not good enough in that regard. Mbappe still growing well, 83 rated overall right now, 3 goals, 3 assists for him. Quite content with the amount of football he's playing as well, which is good, although that might be slightly less next year. Felipe Zedos is very unhappy. Going to sell him next year, so that's not to worry. He will be leaving us. 1 goal, 1 assist for him. He'll most definitely be leaving us with the amount of players we've got coming in next year. Davinson Sanchez wants to leave, and I would probably be open to selling him, to be honest. 18 games played this year, 1 goal that came in the Football League Cup. Not very heavily involved. Would probably be open to selling him. Jamie McLaren, again, very good goal scoring record. 11 in 22, 5 in 10 in the Premier League, 3 in 7 in the Champions League. An average rating of 7.6. He's very unhappy. He has wanted to leave the club for 2 years, but I just won't sell him because he keeps turning up with important goals for me. Eric Dyer, up to 84 rated overall now. 4 assists only for him in the 31 games played. No goals for Cambridge United yet. This year was the season he joined us, so no goals in a Cambridge shirt yet, like we say. Growing across the board, would be nice if his physicals grew a little bit more, most notably acceleration and pace. Obviously, agility and balance could be better too, but he could be used at centre-back. So obviously, Davinson Sanchez could be easily replaced by Eric Dyer when we may not even need to bring in anyone else to play there. I don't think it says he can play at centre-back. It doesn't, but obviously he used to play at centre-back and can play there. Pablo Rivera is a youngster that we've called up. I don't know whether to train him. I probably won't. I'll send him out on loan instead. Jonathan Cooper, he's unhappy and wants to leave, and I do have a 15-year-old goalkeeper in the youth squad that I could bring up to replace him, so that is potential money there that we could use to raise for next season. Ewan Watson, growing everywhere, almost literally. Only his attack positioning, his aggression, balance and sprint speed are the only 4 stats of the however many there are there that he has available to grow in. Superb. Want his physicals to grow a little bit more, but could be a good fill-in for players if they get injured. He's currently loan listed. Aidan Murphy is, I think, loan listed as well, isn't he? No, he's currently staying. Okay, well, 90 short passing, 86 long passing and 97 stand tackling, as you can see there, almost certainly. You can tell that I've been training those. His ball control and dribbling are also up 18 and 17 this season. He's up 12 overall this year. 77 rated at 17 years of age. will continue to grow, will continue to be an important player for us with regards to squad rotation. Harry Darling is up 4 to 77 now. He's very happy at the club. Doesn't play that big a role in the squad, but with Davinson Sanchez moving on, could be a big player for us. Lino Navarrete, valued at 9 figures. I think that's the first time ever on any FIFA throughout all of history I've had a player valued at £100 million or more. And it is on the dot at 100 million. Still out for another 3 months with his broken tailbone. 13 goals, 15 assists. Wonderful player, as you might well imagine, with those stats. He's going nowhere. Whether he'll be... Well, no, he won't be fit for the start of the new season, will he? Well, he might be towards the end of August. We'll have to wait and see. He might be back for the start of the competitive season, but will almost certainly miss pre-season. Luke Berry, 1 goal for him, came in the Champions League, 16 games played, so all told this year. I'm not selling him. He lifted the Champions League trophy for us in the game against Manchester United yesterday. He's been at Cambridge United almost his entire career, apart from 1 season where he was we sold him to Barnsley and then bought him back 12 months later. Cambridge United's best player in real life, arguably one of the best players in the entire league, maybe even League One as well in real life. He genuinely is that good. That's not just me being biased. He actually is that good. So I want to keep hold of him for obvious reasons. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, open to letting him go, but he's been good for me. So a consistent performer that we might want to keep for rotation purposes. Roussillon will keep at the club as well. He's been rock solid for me. Very pleased with him. And that's it. Next season we do have 5 new players joining us. 5. And I think they're still on my shortlist. They're not still on my shortlist. I can't show you them, unfortunately. We have Raheem Sterling joining us. We have Nabil Fekir joining us. Jonathan Tah. And 2 others that I can't remember. But they are very highly rated, so don't worry. Emre Can was one of them. 88 rated Emre Can, and there was one more who I genuinely can't remember, so we'll have to wait and see. But that's going to bring today... Actually, no, let me quickly show you that youngster. I want to show you the goalkeeper. Callum Hall. He's 15 currently. Hopefully by the time we get to next season, he'll be 16. I can call him up and start training him, and then we can sell Cooper, and Callum Hall will replace Cooper, and obviously Aidan Watson will continue to be my #1 goalkeeper. 89 to 94 potential, same as Aidan Watson. Superb. So, that's Season 5. Champions League winners. Profit of £315 million. Actually, let's quickly show you the board objectives, shall we? We will meet the top one. We've already met the bottom 2. Yeah, see, 100%. It just hasn't ticked it yet. Youth development. I haven't done the bottom one by playing youth players, which is just my own fault. I wasn't paying attention. We've done the brand exposure one. That was done by signing Renato Sanchez. Financially, we'll do that one. Domestic success, we lost before the semi-final stage of the FA Cup. Was the quarterfinals even, I think, maybe. It might have been earlier on than that. I can't quite remember. And continental success, reached the Champions League semi-final. We only went and bloody won it. So, very surprised that it's only 78, to be fair, my manager rating. But probably when we reach the financial one, that will go up a little bit. But you'd have thought, having won the Champions League, it might have gone up a little bit more than 78. But never mind, it hasn't. We will advance a little bit further. Maybe it'll go up now. Elliot Bennett has declined a contract. He wants a greater squad role. Okay, I did offer him a new contract because he wanted a wage rise. He's 84 rated and he's on £1,000 a week. Such is the way that FIFA wages work sometimes when you call through the youngsters. My 80, oh no, it's 80 rated, isn't it? But my 87 rated goalkeeper is on £1,600 a week. And when they ask for contract extensions, they only ask for like £2,000 more, which is baffling. But I'm quite happy to keep their wages low. I should be able to train a couple more people a little bit more. Elliot Bennett contract accepted. That's good. Bradley Halliday. I'm totally adamant now. I want you to sell me as soon as possible. I want to go on the transfer list. That could be the right-back decision made. Sell Bradley Halliday, sell Kieran Trippier, drop Mitchell Weiser to right-back to be my #1 right-back, bring in another rotation right-back, or someone that is world-class and maybe even the best right-back in the save. That's the other option. Maybe someone like Danny Carvajal, or we could have a look at Serge Aurier. We did look at him previously and he went to someone else, but he'd be available to buy again in the summer. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll have a look and see what the transfer market looks like when we get to Season 6. But the next couple of days, well, hopefully a handful of days, providing we can go further into the tournament, will be Euro 2020 in this 4 o'clock slot. The Napoli series won't be affected, of course, so that series will continue to come to you as per usual. And then once Euro 2020 is out of the way, we'll head into season number 6. Thank you very much for all of your support on this series so far. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. I'll see you later.